Hi friends, welcome to Razzul Ansar channel. Have a nice day. Please like and subscribe and share my channel. The weather in Kuwait is forecast to remain largely dusty throughout the day before starting to clear up as of tonight. The National Meteorology Center said on Tuesday. Yasser Al-Bulusi, the head of the marine forecast at the meteorology department, told Kuna that the country would witness northwesterly winds speed of which would exceed 45 km/h, causing horizontal visibility decline in some uninhabitable region to less than 1000 meters. As the waves elevation is forecast to reach as high as 6 feet. Kuwait yesterday witnessed a very thick dusty storm that kept visibility and caused some disturbance in several sectors. The parliamentarian Osama Al-Manawar MP submitted a proposal which seeks residents to pay all fines before travelling out of the country. In his proposal, MP requested to add an article to the residence law which states that the residents are required to pay what they owed to the state's public treasury, such as fees for services, financial fines, and fines for traffic violations, etc., before leaving the country through May of the border crossing. As per his proposal, GCC residents, diplomats from embassies, and holders of Kuwaiti passports are excluded from this proposal. The Ministry of Interior may exclude the other categories as required by the country's public interest, he said in his proposal. The panel of the session on financial inclusion addressing the largest gaps included Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, Andrea Solisto of Go to Indonesia, Francis Villeroy de Galhua, Governor of the Bank of France, Adib Ahmed of Lulu Financial Holding, Karabo Morul of Capital Art, and Gelsomia Vigliotti of European Investment Bank. Financial inclusion remains the first step towards personal and business well-being and in a prerequisite to meet several goals under the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. Despite this, over half the world is yet to be gain equitable access to finance, and this remains one of the biggest challenges facing the world today. The World Economic Forum, which is driving forward the agenda of stakeholder capitalism, has consistently focused on financial inclusion and the role it plays on helping communities thrive. This all-important topic was a subject of discussion on the second day of the ongoing WEF at Davos, with several global stakeholders convening to discuss this issue. HM Queen Maxima of the Netherlands opened the session, raising a question on the need for public and private stakeholders to fully understand the purpose of financial inclusion and evaluate how it can result in better financial health of the individual. Karabo Moral of Capital Art South Africa brought up the subject of financial literacy as the key element of driving better use of access to finance. Her call for financial literacy find relevance in various research studies which show a significant correlation between financial inclusion and financial education. In fact, developing countries today report a financial literacy level of a low and 30% compared to the average of 60% in developed economies. Against this background, Moral spoke of how financial literacy would encourage people to invest in insurance, especially among the underprivileged and marginal groups. Her thoughts on connecting the underprivileged with prudent product was echoed by Adib, whose company Lulu Financial Holding is involved in the cross-border remittances and microloan segment, which over 1.1 billion people worldwide locked out of formal financial channels due to lack of a variable identity. Adib took the example of India's Aadhaar scheme and UAE's wage protection scheme to drive home the need to better traceability of consumer spending. According to him, this is important to complement awareness about products suited to the needs of the underserved. Adib also suggested that while digitalization has its inherent benefits, financial institutions should remember the emotional aspect that the grassroots level and accordingly bring in a personalized touch to their services to ensure last mile consumers are onboarded efficiently. Jasomia Vigilotti of the European Investment Bank, which work with several developing economies on grassroots level projects, further mentioned that access to finance should come with adequate skills, training, and development so that the money is utilized properly. Merely gaining financial access doesn't guarantee growth, but having a strong business case to deploy it makes the difference, she added. Andre Solistrio of the Go to Indonesia asked for greater public private investment to drive down the cost of moving money to zero. According to him, this is necessary to build sustainable solutions that can get people to outlet financial products suited to their well-being. He spoke of how his company was able to leverage and potential of digital solution during the pandemic to onboard millions of motorbike riders in Indonesia, thereby giving them access to the market opportunities. Central to this point of digitization, the conversation also touched upon various aspects of cyber fraud, especially with the digital newbies having little awareness of the security involved. Globally, cybercrime is up by 600% as more people move online, with 67% of financial institutions reporting an increase in cyber attack over the past year. Against this backdrop, Francisco Valerio de Galfo, Governor of the Bank of France, admitted that while this is a corner that should not be trade-off between digitalization and regulation in the march toward greater financial inclusion, he expected stakeholders to work together so that both grow in tandem with the demand. He was also vocal about the need to bring in gamification element into financial literacy campaign, suggestion strongly that financial literacy cannot be done in isolation. The conversation, which was moderated by Faisal Islam, economic editor of BBC, also touched upon several successful case studies from developing economies such as the UAE, India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and South Africa, among others. The blood donation drive of Joy Lucas, the world favorite jeweler, is a resounding success. Joy Lucas organized a mega blood donation initiative to build awareness for the importance of donating blood under the slogan "Donate Blood, Be a Hero." Under the initiative, the Joy Lucas CSR team organized the blood donation drive and a media campaign to encourage people to donate blood. The blood donation drive was organized on 22nd May 2022. The staff members of Jayalka's jewelry across the Kuwait donated blood. Blood is precious because every minute someone somewhere needs blood every day. This blood can only come from a volunteer, and hence we treat blood donation drive as one of the most important activities under our CSR activities. Many of not substitute to a physical donation of blood, hence instead of committing money to this cause, we encourage our own employees to donate blood on a regular basis. We had a large number of volunteer donors who came forward to be a part of this noble initiative. I also use this platform to request all business establishments and health NGOs to come forward and donate blood so that precious lives can be saved, added Mr. John Paul Alcos, Managing Director, Jaricos International Operation. Public Authority for Manpower to launch Taser platform to recruit illegal residents Budon in the private sector to replace experienced workers, report all Al-Qapas daily. Quoting Director General of the Authority Ahmad Al-Mosa, Daily reported that the launch of platform to register Budun job seekers in the private sectors come in coordination with the Central Agency for Addressing the situation of illegal residents. Al Musa added the platform is an institutional mechanism to regulate the participation of illegal residents in the labor market in a more positive and effective manner to create more job opportunity for them. The aim is to replace the expatriate workers with burden in order to preserve the democratic structure, protect the right of burden under the umbrella of the law, and provide them with adequate benefit through this opportunity in line with the qualification. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you.